It's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Buffalo Bills and the New England Patriots. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And it looked like he was able to get it back. So a big sigh of relief there, as that would have been a disastrous way to start this ball game.
I didn't do this in college, but I did it in high school. When you return kicks and you lose it yourself, the panic that goes through you and the determination to get the ball back, I don't even know how to describe it. And I think we just saw an example there.
And the relief when you get it back like he did.
Yeah, you go to the sidelines, you know you're going to get yelled at, but you can handle it because you got the ball back. This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
Dre Greenlaw in there on the tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Firing quickly is Allen. That's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, it turned into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On play action, Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Running for it. Here's Cook. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it'll give the Bills a first down.
Well, that's what's called being aggressive right there. But I don't know that it's reckless. I think it's much more of a message, hey, defense, I believe in you in case we don't get it. And offense, trying to let him know he believes in them as well.
I like it. Your first drive of the game in plus territory, be aggressive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Pats, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. On 2nd down, here's Allen. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here, and they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Play action. Now it's Allen. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Looking to throw, Zappe. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Zappe on 3rd down. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this will be taken at the 13. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed him up, so it's still 0-0 here. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Marcus Jones picks it, and the Patriots are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his 2nd interception.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
They'll run with Strong. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football as they come up now 2nd and goal. Harris is into the end zone. Touchdown, New England. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the 2nd quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play. We just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
Prater for the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And that will be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
35 yards that time on the punt, and the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And Zappe to throw. Right side, Thornton with it. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Zappe from the gun on 3rd down. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Patriots at 7-5 now in the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Going play action here with Zappe. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
New England on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. On play action, Allen gets this one to Morris. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
But normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or two towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Allen. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 12 yards there as they move the chains. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. Down to about the 45.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play. But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Now Allen off the bootleg. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Zampi. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On first down, here's Zampi. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Harris. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Zampi now on 1st and 10. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Henderson now on 1st and 10. He'll take this to the 46. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Allen off the play fake. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Pats are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Now, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
One final shot before half for Zampi. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Zampi. Throw left side complete. That's Harris. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll run with Strong. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Zappe throwing for it on fourth.
A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Henderson. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. On play action, Allen. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25.
Kentavious Street coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fade.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
He completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Henderson is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Once more with Henderson.
And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown.
Darrell Henderson. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
This one taken just inside the 10. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the 2nd half. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Zappe. This one swung outside to Strong.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. Zappe on 3rd down. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England.
A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Allen's throw is complete.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
From the 39, Allen. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
It was starting to become a game for him to forget with the interceptions, but that's a step in the right direction. Not only did he choose to run it instead, but he saw the field well and made a nice pickup to get a new set of downs.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dawson Knox, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the 3rd quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because
so here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Zappi to throw on first down. It gets it complete to Harris. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play. On 2nd down, a run with Strong. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Terrell Bernard getting in there to drop him for a sack.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. Allen's throw going to be caught by Davis.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Henderson running straight ahead. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Matt Judon there to bring him down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen.
And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Patriots are going to take possession of the football.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And this is going to be intercepted. Taron Johnson able to pick it.
And the Bills are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the fourth quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
Cook up the gut. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Now Allen. He gets this complete to Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Allen.
Complete. Richardson has it.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Big 3rd down. A field goal from this spot, 57 yards as they hope to move it a little closer. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Here's Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he is going to have the Bills first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Throwing is Allen.
And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Pats will take over here just shy of the 30.
Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Zappe to throw.
He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That'll give him 8 that time. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Zappe.
Flushed out right. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So it's the Patriots who will have first crack at it as we're back underway here in overtime.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face, good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
The Patriots send out their punter on for a very important punt here in overtime. Agnew now to return. Now a hit and a loose football. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can. It's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they? And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Off the fake, Zappe. Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? All right, anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath, and boy, oh boy, the moment of truth as it comes down. Man, that was something.
Everything magnified here in overtime. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
On fourth down, it's Zappi.
Complete. Smith has it.
And he is going to pick up a Patriots first down on a well-designed play there. That gets him 16 to move the chains.
Let's begin by trying to get into the mind of the head coach. He's telling us he wants to win the game right now. That's why they went for it and got it on fourth down.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Zappi looks to throw it.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
And the Bills are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. Well, certainly this defense knew that a field goal would beat them, and in this football game, they came up with a gigantic interception right there, CD.
Maybe not a surprise to either one of us because both of these defenses have been dominant throughout this game. Right now, if you're playing on offense, you're just hoping that they make a mistake on the other side and you can capitalize on it because making headway has been really difficult all game long.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Play action. Now it's Allen.
That's taken in by Knox.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And some room to work. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.